Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2025 related video here on my channel, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the automatic finalists' second rehearsals, which have now taken place on stage in Basel, Switzerland, ahead of this year's edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, which, as we all know, gets going in just a few days' time. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below, and as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. So we knew a little bit about how these performances were going to be because we had the descriptions on the Eurovision Reddit page recently, and of course 3 photos released per participant. Now we have 30 to 35 second long clips from the second rehearsals and more photographs, and those images are on the Eurovision website. I've seen most of them, and the rehearsal footage I've already seen but will be watching again for the purposes of this video you're watching now. They are on the Eurovision Instagram page, but I will be taking a look at them again on the Eurovision Facebook page. So with that being said, let's begin with Germany. They are up first. This is Baller by Abor and Tina, and this is a song that I am really enjoying, and I've got very high hopes for this next weekend. I am hoping people really get on board with this one. It's a very contemporary offering, it's very catchy, it's very lively. Looking at the photographs, we have some pyro. She is looking fabulous in this all black attire, looking quite fierce as well, I would say, in these chunky black boots. He is pretending to play his light up white cello, and we can see in 1 or 2 of the images the large prop that they have on stage, looking like 2 massive speakers with steps in the middle. We can actually see 2 stagehands in this image here, so maybe they're behind the prop for the whole performance, moving it around ever so slightly. And we've also got Baller on the backdrop, and I imagine that probably flashes quite repetitively during the chorus. It's looking really good. Let's now have a look at the rehearsal clip again. So we've got lots of flashing lights, a turquoise colour scheme. Vocally it's okay. Not a whole lot of movement, but maybe that comes along later on. Smoke machine kicking in. Yeah, I think this will stand out in the final, absolutely. He's much further down the walkway towards the audience in this clip, but clearly later on he's back on the main stage and atop the stairs that are there. It's not looking too bad at all, and it really should be well away from last place in the final next week. After Germany, it is time to take a look at Switzerland. This is, of course, the host nation, Zoe May with Voyage. There is very little to say about this one. We knew it was going to be very simplistic, and my word, is it simplistic. There is nothing to this at all, really. It's looking very filmic, which is great. It's looking very intimate, which is fantastic. But at the same time, with ballads that are coming across as quite intimate, you also, I would say, do want them to be opened up to the audience, to be opened up to the viewer a little bit. So maybe a few wide shots here and there, or if it's a song that's not in English, having some sort of translation on screen, which I know Italy are doing. Their song's in Italian, of course. And you don't want a ballad like this, for example, to feel too cold or too clinical. So I would say getting the staging just right is a real challenge. Anyway, I'm talking a load of shite probably. Zoe is wearing this patterned dress. There's a spotlight behind her, and that really is it for this performance. It could not be simpler. Looking at the video footage, so tender. She sounds great. And then she just turns to look at the camera, and the camera moves in front of her ever so slowly. Oh yeah. That really is a teaser, no doubt about it. And I just think that's going to be such a splendid, full performance next weekend. Really good stuff. Moving on to the United Kingdom now. because there's nothing else to say about Switzerland. This is Remember Monday with What the Hell Just Happened. So they are going for a very playful vibe. They're in these pastel-coloured outfits. Not too sure I'm loving them, but it's a really minor thing. We have a huge light-up, askew chandelier prop on stage, as well as another prop that we can see in these images. And we also have a heart cut-out screen, which I think is used at the end of the performance. They're having a blast. They are clearly enjoying themselves. They actually laugh a little bit in the rehearsal clip. We do have some pyro as well, which I think will be in the final chorus. But I think what's disappointing me here is in these photographs, it looks so dark. This is a really lively number. There should be colour popping off left, right and centre. And apart from the outfits, we're not getting a whole lot of colour whatsoever, at least not in these photos, or indeed in the rehearsal clip really. I was hoping for a huge array of colours left, right and centre, and it doesn't seem like we're getting that. It's a bit of a minor thing, because on the whole this is not too bad. Let's now play this video back. I think they're trying to capture some of the Sam Ryder magic. I think what made Sam Ryder's performance so great is that not only was he owning the performance, which is what you have to do for crying out loud, but it felt epic. Especially that guitar bit towards the end. It just felt like a big old rock concert and a winning moment almost. That's what it felt like. And in this rehearsal clip for Remember Monday, it seems to me as though they're trying to capture some of that Sam Ryder magic again. They're working the camera vocally fine. We knew it would be. And then the camera's just in front of them here, having a chuckle. And then they move forwards. Yeah, they're sort of going for a vintage vibe, I suppose, with the attire. I'm just hoping the whole performance is a little bit more vibrant, because I think it needs that. I think it warrants that. I am absolutely convinced that this is going to be much more of a jury favourite than a public favourite next weekend. I can't say that that rehearsal clip has got me more excited, but it's not bad. It really is a teaser. After the UK, it is time to take a look at Italy, I believe. Yes, this is another performance with a huge prop. We have to remember, usually what happens at Eurovision is songs that have large props on stage, they might go on in the running order around a commercial break, or sort of halfway through the show, song 13, song 14, something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Italy are in a position like that in the grand final next weekend. So we have two very large speakers on stage. Lucio, who is a very visually interesting musician, I would say, behind the piano, Smoke Machine, co-songwriter off to one side, loving the red guitar. Lucio actually plays the harmonica, which is very nice. And otherwise, it's just a very hazy, relaxed atmosphere that they're going for. And I think it suits the song perfectly well. Looking at the clip again here. Here we go. Sounds good. And we've got the English lyrics on screen. And that is a good thing. That's a good thing. Because the lyrics of this song are really good. So simplistic, really uncluttered, nothing fancy about it at all, so classic in terms of its delivery. It's a dark horse. Then we have Spain. Now, this is a very lively tune, as we all know. I would say the stage, even though she's got dancers and some steps on stage, it's still looking a little bit empty somehow. I don't really know why I think that. It's just giving off that feeling in these photos. She looks fantastic in this black outfit with the tilted hat and the train behind her. It's a performance in various stages, so it's giving off, you know, a bit of theatre at the same time. Then we have this red curtain, and she's in these knee-high black boots, or heels, whatever it is, and this sequined silver getup. She's got the dancers. We have a crumbling temple-like image on the backdrop. It's reminding me of Czechia 2022 a little bit, breaking apart, loads of flashing lights, bit of pyro, and she's really going for this, which is fantastic. You know, she's really, really trying to sing the hell out of this track. You could say that maybe she's overdoing it. You could say that she's really delivering the goods. Let's now take a look at this clip again. I mean, really, really going for it. Vocally okay. Dancers are fine. Big pyro. Not too sure about one of the camera angles there, but it is what it is. Not very colourful, but loads of lights streaking across the venue. There's very little to fault, and Spain is one of my favourites this year. Being realistic, this ain't coming close to winning, but I hope that she does get some love next Saturday night. That leaves France. Oh boy, I cannot believe, with a week to go until the grand final, all of the emphasis seems to be on Sweden, it seems to be on Austria, it seems to be on Finland a little bit. France are right there. And it's so interesting this year because with the public, a lot of people are thinking Sweden have it in the bag, although I can actually see Israel winning the public vote, but that's by the by. With the juries, you've got Austria, you've got Switzerland, who I think really could do some damage in the jury vote next weekend. You've got France. It should be really, really close. You've got the Netherlands, who could be up there with the juries as well. And these photographs for Maman by Luan are just absolutely terrific. The photographers have done an amazing job here. She's in a black dress, which will be different for the final. We've got a puff of smoke behind her, sand blowing about everywhere. I would not be surprised if this is definitely on around some sort of commercial break in the final next Saturday. And the way the sand sort of twists in the air as it rains down upon her, making an absolute mess. Hopefully she doesn't accidentally choke on it next Saturday. It seems as though she's got some sort of ornament or light next to her in the sand. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It's reminding me a bit of Bulgaria 2021, but maybe a bit better. Let's now take a look at this clip. Here we go. Absolutely a contender. Yeah. She sounds fairly good to me. Beautiful lighting that's sort of twisting in the air. I do think there needs to be something on the screen behind her, maybe. You know, like the English translation of the lyrics. That would be quite nice. Oh, yeah. Really, really nice. It's not too over the top. Some might say, oh, it's trying a bit too hard to win. But you've got to be in it to win it. And I think this is. Just watching it back. Oh, yeah. The juries should absolutely love that. They should eat it up like you wouldn't believe. Fantastic. Well, there we go. I will decide my 3 favourites out of those 6 and put them up in a post on the joint Instagram page, rajc.esc, link in the description as always to that. And if you'd like to know my favourites from the rehearsals of semi-final 1 and semi-final 2, there are posts up on that page as well regarding that. But for now, that is it. I will be back, all being well, on Monday for a very busy week of content on my channel. I will be talking about semi-final 1 and telling you my prediction for those results. And I have a feeling it's going to be very messy indeed. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, thanks for all of the support lately, and bye for now.